guys, this is Julia, and I have a very interesting, kind of longish story to tell you about what happens with my computer the past couple days. So today is the 6th of November, and on the 3rd of November, first of all, as you know, I have a Windows 10 partition, and then I had a Windows Insider partition. I made a couple days before that. So what happened was, in my other regular Windows 10 Pro partition, which was an Insider, got RD'd. Yeah, that's right, it got RD'd. And yes, I had an image partition, as you can see. So when I went to re-image, though, I got an error message. And I'll put the screenshots right about now. So you guys can see, that's what happened. So after I couldn't re-image, I was using the Windows Insider partition, which started messing up. So I kind of wanted to reinstall Windows completely. So I ran a super virus called killyourpc.exe. I ran a couple viruses, and later when I rebooted, stuff like memes, Gruel, Silent RD, things like that. So when I rebooted, it got no boot device, because obviously I think memes overwrites the partition table and the MBR, and so usually you can't repair from memes, but I found out how to do it on UEFI. So what you gotta do is enable legacy boot, and then boot up to a Windows 8.1 USB and run startup repair, and then when it's done, boot back up to it, fix boot, fix MBR. Rebuild BCD wasn't working. I couldn't, and it kept saying like a boot device wasn't accessed, which I'll put a screenshot here. And so you could see it just wouldn't work. So I realized, okay, I'm gonna delete the Windows Insider partition and its recovery partition, which I did. And then I did rebuild BCD and it worked, and as you can see here, which it did work. So then I would just get that BSOD of inaccessible boot device like I did because I got RD'd. So Windows would have booted if it wasn't RD'd basically at that point. So then I kept trying to re-image. I kept getting a bunch of weird error messages. Couldn't do it. It just wasn't gonna work. The partition table got messed up, so it wanted to format the whole disk to put it back to how it was with the image, which you can't do when the image is on the same hard drive. I've tried everything. I've tried moving partitions around, deleting partitions, extending partitions. Just wasn't gonna work. So that didn't work. I reinstalled a couple times. And actually, what I did is I got my 3 partitions, my ISOs, my Windows partition, the image, and then the mounted image. So now I can just grab the files off the image that I need, and then when I'm done, I'm just gonna format the image. So this is kind of what my disk management looked like right now. I went to Actions, Attach VHD, and then attached all of them, and then this is the main one, obviously. So I right-clicked and added a drive letter to it, so that way it would actually show as a drive inside of here, so I can actually see it. So now I can just grab the files I need off the image, like the virtual machines and the things that weren't backed up, or just to make it easier, since, so then afterwards I'm just going to delete the image partition, and I'm just going to use the computer basically without an image, because to be honest, the image is just, it's unreliable, and I heard that when re-imaging later you can come down to having issues, which a person that worked at Microsoft told me that. So I think I'm going to avoid using an image for now. So yeah, I have a fresh install, but I can grab files off the image. I still got my ISOs, didn't lose them, so at least I got something going, you know. So yeah, I recommend not using images. They get outdated anyways. They don't work properly. You can experience problems. If you change anything with the partitions, the image will never work, because there's like this 800 megabytes on unallocated space at the end, and I needed to allocate it back to C, and maybe the image would have worked, but I couldn't because it was at the end of the drive. So I extended it to ISOs. So I'll put screenshots in here. And you can see, yeah. So, anyways, that's what's going on with my computer. I thought I'd make this video. I'll put a bunch of screenshots in at the end of the video so you can see all the struggles I had, or the ones I didn't mention. So I'm just gonna put a bunch of screenshots at the end. So thanks for watching, guys. That's what happens with your computer. It was a long adventure, kind of fun, you know, problem solving. I learned a lot from it. Did some research. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. I wouldn't use an image. Be careful with it. And bye-bye for now.